Budget Blinds. Visit their showroom or call today for a free in-home consultation.
This is Newcap News with Annika Notveit.
A trio of Lloydminster residents are relieved to be back on Canadian soil after their trip to France earlier this month. 2 students and a parent missed the attacks in Paris by mere hours Friday evening. Jeremy Thompson has their story.
These all happened right in this area.
Black dots on a map of Paris show how close Mardell Huss was to the attack sites when she, her daughter, and daughter's friend stayed in the City of Lights.
We had a very good experience, yeah.
A nice trip with an uneasy undertone. Huss took these pictures of soldiers at the Eiffel Tower just a few days before the terrorist attacks.
I don't know. It's a bit unnerving.
All those touristy areas, I felt pretty safe. But even going to the Sacré-Cœur or like in the northern parts of Paris where it wasn't as touristy, I would probably never go there again just because it was just very uneasy, very creepy up there in those areas.
The group flew out of Paris on Friday, November 13th. The attacks happened as they were in the air. After landing, Taryn had a confusing text conversation with her mother. So thankful, says her mom. Taryn responds with a joke about getting through airport security before realizing something was wrong.
It was chaotic almost when I found out what happened because everyone was like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. Like, what's going on?
The experience, although not as close as it could have been, was still harrowing.
It was just weird. And I was just really, really shocked hearing about it and knowing I was like just there a couple hours ago.
How safe will we be traveling in the future to other countries? How safe will we be traveling in our own country if we're not very, very careful?
I think we just kind of got to keep our heads up and keep supporting each other and know like that's not going to define us and we are better than this and we will get past this.
Jeremy Thompson, Newcap News.
It's one thing to experience fear in a foreign country, but it's a whole different situation when a terrorist attack happens in your hometown. A young woman who grew up in Paris and whose family still lives there is visiting her boyfriend in Lloydminster for a few months.
Can you say your name again so we can actually pronounce it properly? Marine.
Years ago and struck up a relationship. After Braden went to France last year, Maureen came to Lloydminster. When she saw what happened Friday, it was surreal. The attack at La Petite Cambodge was just minutes from where she worked.
It's 3 minutes walk, and I went a couple of times on this restaurant with my coworkers.
You've been going to Jasper and...
Immediately, Milan contacted her friends and family in Paris.
First my coworkers, because I know they work here, and this day they were working. So.
Poulan says she's been to all of the places that were hit. She sent us this picture of her mother at La Baclan Theatre, admitting she feels guilty about not being there.
You're safe here, and it's like the war in Paris, and yeah, you can do anything, and you can be with your family, and it was hard.
Poulan says everyone she knows is safe and she's grateful for all the support she has received both internationally and here in Lloydminster. She says she plans to go back to Paris in March. Well, 2 Bonnyville residents are facing drug charges after RCMP executed a search warrant on a home early this morning. Police seized more than 500 fentanyl pills, marijuana, brass knuckles, drug paraphernalia, and cash. A 30-year-old man and 28-year-old woman are both facing charges of drug possession and trafficking. The man was also charged with child endangerment. Their first court date has not yet been set. Kitscoty RCMP are investigating after the Dewberry Hotel and Bar was robbed last night. Police say around 10 p.m. a young white male in his early 20s who had been in the bar walked up to the counter with a can of pepper spray and demanded cash. He managed to get away with an unknown amount of money. The suspect fled the bar but pepper sprayed a patron who was talking on his cell phone on the way out. Anyone with information is asked to contact Kitscoty RCMP or Crime Stoppers. All children and teenagers are now able to get the flu vaccine without a needle. The nasal spray Flu Mist is being offered at all immunization clinics and is free to anyone between the ages of 2 and 17.
Yes, it's just a medicine. Keep your head still. Here we go.
The live weekend influenza vaccine is sprayed twice into both nostrils and is safe for people up to the age of 59. Danielle Radchenko with the local Prairie North Health Region says Flu Mist is thought to be even more effective than the flu shot for children.
It's mostly just because those are the ages where people have more anxiety and it's most effective for the kids in that age range. They just build a faster response to it, more similar to like if you were contacting the actual virus.
Flu season is expected to start soon. Danielle says after receiving the vaccination, it usually takes about 2 weeks to build a strong immunity to influenza.
There's still some people that want to have a needle just because it's more new to them, but I really challenge everyone to try it. It's really easy to get your kids to come back the next year. Prairie
North Health Region encourages all residents to get immunized before the winter weather hits.